Guardian, you and I know better than most that nothing is simple or easy when it comes to the Nine. It has been harrowing to watch our planet, our home, unravel from the inside out after Three's death. The laws of physics no longer abide. Weather patterns, food supplies, every aspect of life on Earth has been affected. But now, the Traveler is nestled above the last city once again. What was unraveling is suddenly stabilizing. Correlation does not impart causation. Is it opposing the Nine? Easing our pain? Or simply embracing us in shared grief? It doesn't matter. I can finally draw a full breath again. All we can do now is what Guardians do best. Protect the people of Sol. Earth may yet heal.
Hey there, Guardian. I've been having a hoot exploring the last city. The people are welcoming, the food is great, and boy, do they hold you in high regard. On Kepler, you were just my friend. Another alien like me, but here, you're kind of a big deal. I feel like I should salute you. As kind as everyone has been, I can tell the prophecy is still on their minds. And with good reason. The Hidden report eclipse-powered forces appearing across the system. The Outer Nine at work, undermining our reality. They're dead set on escaping Sol no matter the cost. And if they degrade the integrity of our space-time enough, they could do it. We need to shut down those invading forces. I hate to put yet another crisis on your plate, but this is something that only you can handle. We'll eventually have to face the Outers as weapon and emissary. But until then, we're both exactly where we need to be. On the front lines. Where it counts.
Thank you, Guardian. Because of you, the Outer Nine won't be escaping Sol anytime soon. And with the Traveler's return to the city, the changes to Earth have slowed. All we've done is prevent immediate collapse. It will take time to repair the damage. And to grow into what the future asks of us all. That need can be a burden. Or an opportunity. Lodi spoke with me about Dr. Nella Davis's beginnings as a solitary researcher. What it took her to become director of the DEO's Graviton project. If Dr. Davis found the strength to change, I can't let her memory down by flinching. We all will change with the demands of time. And as we face the moment, we can choose how to change. That's the blessing of the light. The quiet, everyday miracle of living. May this time be a moment of reflection, remembering what came before, reassessing our present, and readying ourselves for the future. Know that you decide what your future holds. Not because it's fated, but because it's needed.
Good to see you back in the field, Guardian. Thanks to your work with the Syndicates, we prevented the worst of the Dredgen's plans. It was a joy seeing Bale laid low, but I'm afraid he's not done yet. Dredgen's cells are still festering across the system. That brings me to the objective at hand. An antique weapon of sorrow, held by the Hive nearby. According to the Praxic archives, it belonged to an infamous Dredgen of old. An heirloom of sorts.
They've got the Syndicates out searching for ancient weapons, or the means to build new ones.
Beat the Syndicates to that weapon of sorrow, and keep it out of Dredgen hands. With your tenacity and my insight, we'll cleanse this system in Praxic fire.
Honor Mahal. My favorite Praxic bootlicker. You gonna steal Cole's legacy for yourself?
We're not here for legacy. We're here to protect the system from madmen like you.
You subjugate the city with your light, and then blame those you cast in the shadow. I'm the latest in the long line of liberators. With the strength of my benefactor, we'll emancipate humanity.
They've already cut through the perimeter defenses. Disable that drill! So, it's Dredgen Cole's old weapon they're after. He was a friend of the Drifter, back when they were both shadows of yore. Cole fell in the Ascendant Plane. The Hive must have claimed it after his final death. The darkness in this place is overwhelming. Whatever happens in there, whatever Bale says, don't forget about Narcissus. Scans show a single ghost in the center of the facility, where all the soulfire coalesces. But I don't see a light bearer with it. The ghost is just idling there. I'll send it an encrypted ping and see if I get anything back.
Do you know why the Praxics fight to keep darkness out of mortal hands? That's because once ordinary people master the darkness, they'll be able to defend themselves, to rule themselves.
You're the spoiled brat of a foundry exec. What do you know about the people?
They deserve to defend themselves against all threats, including the Vanguard.
Now reply to that ping on the wayward ghost. But interestingly, its energy signature cycles every few minutes. I think it's trying to revive someone. There might be a light bearer trapped inside, but no amount of light is able to get them out.
Look at you, false weapon. You're a god. Muzzled by the Vanguard and leashed by the Praxics. Oh, it's pathetic. Six gave me the power to reforge the system, to see the shape of things to come. A future free from the tyranny of light. The future unfolds in my mind. It's the crown my patron gifted me. You, though, you have no idea what is to come. I envy your ignorance, your freedom. You fall without knowing how close the ground is. I know every inch of the way down.
All this mess reminds me of my dredging days. We were determined to break out of the box the Traveler put us in. Cracking the code of the universe. Balancing the scales, Ulan-Tan style. Funny thing about it, I was dragging the Hall around even back then. The 9 already had my number. And I spent all that time trying to break out of the wrong damn box.
You understand by now the only truth. Power decides. Brutality creates the world you want. So, you want to stop me? Last one standing makes the call, false weapon. False weapon, what you seek is mine. mine by right, created through the pain and sacrifice of the Drudgeons before me. Just like the soul fire that powers this facility. That's what your Vanguard says, isn't it? Devotion, bravery, etc.
Soul fire doesn't create. It only corrupts. Just like the Dredgen. Soul fire is gaining intensity. I can feel it. Screaming. Call's weapon must be nearby. I know this has been ugly, but we're almost through. There it is, Guardian. Secure the weapon of sorrow. They're overloading. They can't handle all that power. Remind you of anyone?
Our futures are set. False weapon. You and I are destined to endlessly sharpen one another. Kill, refine, and kill again. Until my benefactor escapes. The perfection is light.
Weapon. I wonder how many final deaths it's dealt. Normally I'd seal it away in a praxic vault, but that's the kind of thinking that empowered Bale in the first place. The more I learn, the more certain I am that light alone won't save us. We need every tool we can get our hands on. That includes you and Cole's weapon. Keep investigating the area. That weapon was recently modified. Production could be ongoing. I have a sinking feeling that Bale's plans go deeper than we've seen. Guardian, you secured Dredge and Cole's weapon of sorrow, but we're still detecting hive activity around the stronghold. Press deeper into the fortress and figure out what Bale is after. The Drifter and I will run support.
I know old men have said this since the dawn of time, but damn kids these days got no respect. Back when I was a dredger, we weren't against the light, just the folks who outlawed the darkness. But that punk kid Bale's got the outer nine in him now.
And we have the Nine's weapon on point. Good hunting, Guardian. They're using soul fire to power industrial machinery. Its death has an energy source. Aeronauts have confirmed it can fuel high bioenergetics. Looks like it can power weapons of sorrow as well. If Bale can utilize soul fire, he can forge Guardian killers. He didn't need Cole's weapon. He needs the blueprint. With that, he can make an arsenal.
The false weapon arrives, shooting mindlessly wherever they're pointed.
The soul fire is siphoning underground, piping into a colossal reserve beneath us. There are veins throughout the moon. Storage chambers, transmission works. This isn't just a storage system. They've built a forge.
Take it all in, false weapon. Your inevitable end. Six and I, we want you to see this.
He's clearly looking for another way to strike us. Soulfire must be his next play. I almost respect the grit. You took more than his hand from him. It seems likely that the missing warlock came looking for Dredge and Cole's weapon, following in the footsteps of the shadows of yore.
Looking back, I feel like the shadows were a lie we forgot wasn't true, or a joke that nobody got. Malfa putting his golden gun through Cole was the sad punchline.
Beneath you flows a river of soul fire. Consider how many lives
brutality foot soldiers. They're harvesting barons. Their armor's been drained of organogel and by the light. They've had their bones torn out from the extremities. Hive weapon patterns often use osteoid frames, but they're usually grown, not harvested. Dredgen activity is spiking across the system. The Nightfall attack was a propaganda coup. Ikora wants you to be the tip of the spear, as ranking field guardian and 9 weapon. We know the Dredgens have all the soul fire they need for an arsenal of sorrow. Let's pinpoint where they're channeling it and burn it all down. I reviewed your after-action reports from the Jetsam of Saturn, where you defeated Enkar the Anointed. He learned to use Hive sorcery to feed on human emotion, harvesting the worst in us, turning our suffering, our aggression, and our pain into weapons of sorrow. I think I've identified the trapped light bearer. One Claudia Moran. Warlock. Went missing in this AO years ago. She was on the Praxic watch list as a potential Dredgen. Could be one of Bale's earliest recruits. My ghost, Bahaghari, traced the Soulfire flare-out to a secondary facility. It looks like a reservoir of some kind, but the data flow is enormous. I bet my blade that's not just a storage facility. This code looks like command language. That's our next target.
Bale, you say the Hive had it all figured out. Big things eat the littler ones until there's only one thing left. But you know that ain't gonna be you, right? The 9 will use you up long before then.
The path to true power is worth any sacrifice. A real Dredgen would see that.
They're within striking distance of the Forge, where all the Soulfire is being channeled. Bury this place, and the Hive's foul magic with it.
You know, I don't remember you being this ruthless before.
Destroy this place, Guardian, and all the secrets it holds. With any luck, weapons of sorrow will fade into obscurity, along with the Dredgens.
You can steal from us, erase our history, disown us. But every day the Vanguard keeps their boots on the people's necks, they create a new Dredgen. You'll never stop us all.
It pains me to say it, but the kid ain't wrong. Plenty of mortals want what the Guardians have, and I don't blame them.
Of course, but killing Lightbearers won't get them any closer. It's like they want another Dark Age.
With the outer 9 behind Bale, it just might get it.
I have a working theory on the missing warlock, Claudia Moran. She could be buried under some rubble, or being held captive. That would explain why she can't escape. Why wouldn't her ghost just call for help? The Soulfire is getting more intense as you approach the Forge. I can feel the darkness surging and roiling. Avoid it for now. Perhaps there are ways we can use it against our foe. This chamber regulates the distribution of soulfire within the Forge, like an intake manifold, but it's too much energy to use in its raw form. There must be a central mechanism focusing all this energy. Something paracausal.
Bale, even if the 9 really are giving you the inside scoop, you're losing yourself, huh?
That's because you can't see the whole picture yet. Your own death. Your face covered in writhing growths, your body possessed. Pulled, rotting from the ground. Like burning your eyes out. Until you can't even recognize your own son. It's me.
He's cracking. He doesn't even know you from his own mother anymore. I have a new theory on the missing warlock. It's crazy, but I think she's being deliberately kept on the edge of death. Revived just long enough to suffer. It fits all the facts. But that would mean that her ghost is deliberately torturing her, in league with the Hive. It looks like my theory was right. Claudia Moran's ghost is reviving her, just so Irgol can harvest her suffering. Once we shut down the forge, it should end the cycle. Claudia deserves some peace. I'll put her ghost on the Praxic watch list, but I'd be surprised if they compile in Vanguard jurisdiction after this. I seldom have sympathy for a Dredgen, but nobody deserves eternal punishment like that. It's Irgol, the weaponsmith.
Give this fella a taste of his own soul fire.
Use the words to destabilize the forge.
You can steal Call's legacy, erase the Dredgen from your histories, suppress the messages of the Nine. No matter. The new Dredgen will make our own weapons, our own legacy, from the ashes of your fraudulent tower.
Good work, Guardian. With any luck, you now hold the last weapon of sorrow ever made.
It's better off in your hands, hero, and that's the truth.
Hopefully that poor tortured warlock in the forge can finally find peace. Too bad we can't say the same for Bale. Six is devouring his mind, synapse by synapse. And he won't stop until the Outer Nine control the system. But whatever they're planning, it won't include an arsenal of sorrow. The weapon has seen to that.
I thought I would live to see the end of the world. That someone in Washington or Moscow would make the call to drop the bomb. Boom, boom, boom. Mushroom clouds marching towards me over the horizon. One last day full of sunrises, blooming all over the world. Pencils down. Most people think le monde, c'est moi. When I go, so too the world. But worlds die different. Tree is dead. So, Earth is dying. When it goes, is that it? Everything just turns into dust, glittering in space? No. I missed the end of my world and showed up just in time to catch the end of yours. But I picked up that damn phone. Your ghost picked you. We're here for a reason. And it's not to write a eulogy for the Earth. It's not to watch it all turn into dust. Whatever's coming, I know what happens next. Every apocalypse has a day after.
You've got Nessus under control, but Maya Sundaresh, the conductor, remains a Vanguard concern. My hidden report that more of her Vex in the Schism are breaking free every moment. Lost to the Nine. It seems her sway over the Echo of Command is slipping. I've got a lock on her signal. She's been scouring the VexNet for her spouse in increasing desperation. I don't think she knows how far she's fallen. We've all had something taken from us. Zavala carries wounds that have finally caught up with him after centuries. But he would suffer them all over again, if it meant keeping us safe. Lodi lost his entire world, same as Maya. But in spite of that, he shares his memories to keep it alive. While Maya burns herself away in her arrogance, the system be damned. But her signal, it seems to have stalled. The paracausal reading around her is disintegrating at this very moment. Maya is quiet. She's exiting the Vex network. What did she leave behind?
I have prized open reality and bargained secrets from the Nine, and the truth I have learned is the curse they have meant it to be. There is something I want. Something I must have. It cannot be easily reached. Should I pursue it, I have no guarantee of return. And I could not leave the Awoken of the Reef again. And yet, how could I send another to win back my heart's desire? What of you, Guardian? You achieved the impossible without pause. Of all the brave knights to my hand, you stand closest to the concept, that which may exist at the end of existence. You might return. You might win me success. But it should be me. I want it, and you have a universe on a knife's edge to think of. I talk in circles. I cannot think. This too may be the Nine's plan. No. I will find my way. And if you do not see me ere long, know then what I have chosen. There, in a river long distant from its source, Sierra Ido lives.
What now, you wonder? Do we not have old enemies still strewn across Saul? I've considered this myself. Xivu Arath moves to reclaim the shipwreck of her throne I cast adrift on the sea of screens. This I foresaw, and set a snare now sprung. I felt its whispered warning through the ascendant expanse. She has overcome it. The Hive God of War has found her lost throne, though command of it still eludes her grasp. For now, we have time yet to plan. Our eyes cannot rest only on Xivu Arath. Savathun moves in shapes I can no longer see. Not since Oryx's echo fell. I feel the ripples that she leaves long after she has made them. She hunts something, I think. As do I. I took up the power of the Hive, took the idea into myself. What I became has not left me. While I am the god of vengeance, I am their sister still. So it is my choice to see war ended, and cunning with it. To end war. To outwit cunning. I take these charges on myself willingly, but in them, I am not alone.
Six couldn't deploy this much Eclipse energy alone. He'd need Five's help, or at least his approval. Being this close to Jupiter should help me make contact with Five. Maybe we can suss out his motives together.
Eons did I rule in silence. My gravity indomitable. My orbits immaculate, my mass incorruptible. Then, the aberrant vibrations, whispers, the verminous buzz of sentience. Necessary, requisite, trivial, tolerable. Until the apostate traveler, a strange attractor, drawing greater sapience, accretive distortion, feedback. Then, 3 betrayed, destroyed, a declaration of war. Now, my space-time polluted. My moons corroded. Orbits distorted. 2 options remain. Escape sentience. Or destroy it.
I'd be happy to see 5 go, but that could destroy physics as we know it. No, we can't let them leave. Luckily, the 9 work in millennia, not minutes. By the time they hatch their escape plan, we'll be ready. Mr. Zur calls this place Eternity. Says that's always been its name. Eternity for an eternity. If there was ever any doubt it belonged to the 9. Thing is, now this place is being torn apart by the same beings that made it. So, if even eternity isn't eternal, what happens to the little guys? What happens to Zur? And the horse? I don't know if you've met the horse. Forget the horse. The 9 created this place, thinking it would last forever, and now they're the ones tearing it apart. If they saw this coming, why name it Eternity? And our roles, the emissary and the weapon, titles, given to transcend time itself. If it can all fall apart, maybe our roles aren't as set in stone as they seem to be. If the omnipotent gods have some limitations, maybe even the little guy can change eternity.
This one welcomes the crossing of our paths, Guardian. Your light has been felt through the throne world's plane. Do you study the gods as this one does? The Hive's former pantheon has transformed, as we have ourselves. The Taken King is no more, and the Witch Queen broods over his loss, fashioning it into a tool for her escape. The Moths speak of Torabottle, of the dream that Xivu Arath's claws, tight now around barren throats, may one day begin to slip. This one shall go to witness war, and hopes to study peace with it. It is this one's privilege and duty to explore the many philosophies that exist within the sky. May your fate rest lightly on your shoulders, Guardian. And may our paths cross again.
The 9 wax and wane, like a tide. Something about my relationship to them has changed. Is changing. Sorry. I'm 10 miles outside of Allen, South Dakota. 1960. I eat iodine tablets like popcorn and walk on the deck of a ship that appeared in the ravine. I'm weightless, like a coin in midair. A beach after an earthquake, before the tsunami. Don't worry. I'm here. I'm with you. Oh, I'm in Madison, Wisconsin. It's 1929. I think that biplane is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I want to be up there. The 9 are gonna come back and I'll stop them. They stretched me across time and didn't think I'd learn to use it for myself. Hold infinity in the palm of your hand. And eternity in an hour. See? It's 1962. And I'm in Lodi, Wisconsin. I feed ducks in the pond downtown. I drove there. My hands hurt from the cold. Dad's sitting next to me. It's years from now. And you've learned enough Welsh to do more than just curse. Your accent still needs work. I'm not going anywhere. I'll call you sometime, Guardian.
It's quiet tonight. Peaceful. For centuries, that's been my purpose. To keep this city and see it at peace. Iron rusts. Shields crack. You bend to your purpose. You contort to carry it. And forget that you were upright before. I forgot I could look beyond my own feet. Beyond one step at a time. Duty bound and bent me. But it made me. If I set that burden down, I no longer exist. Do you understand? I am, right now. My burden made me, but it didn't make me lonely. Sophia. Hakim. Cade. Amanda. Taj. Every loss. Every friend etched across my heart. Ikora. You. Every guardian whose trust I commanded. And that remains. In the absence of duty, that is what makes me. Thank you for walking with me all these years, for carrying this burden with me. You make me proud. I have only one life left, Guardian. I am afraid, but I continue. I live.
Zavala, Guardian, what's...
It's time, Ikora. Before you and the Guardian, I formally renounce my title and post. Ikora, the Vanguard is yours. There is no one else I would want to take up this burden.
I've known since Kepler. 3 called me Commander. A mistake, a confusion of time. It was always going to be like this, wasn't it?
You must say yes, Ikora. Or it doesn't happen.
I told you. I already have.
It's a nice evening. And there is much to do. But join me. As friends, not colleagues. For a little while before I go.
Nothing ever stays the same, does it? What do you think is in our future?
That's for us to decide. Together.
Hello, my good chum. There's blood on our hands, isn't there? From this little spat. Even they know it. That our meeting is inevitable. The Eternal Nine. Big deal. Between you and me, who isn't? You know, the pieces they want you to knock down are already set. Ending with me. Showdown at the end of time between champions of dark and light. That's why they courted you. Impressed their own importance upon you. They need your violence because I exist. But they don't get to put you on hold and walk away. Drag those 8 egos back in. Do what you do best. Impose your will. That's what a weapon's for, after all. End it on your terms. This is what you wanted, isn't it? In your heart of hearts. Don't worry. When it's over, I won't abandon you. Take a breather. Take your libations. Let that vigor seep back into your bones. Get hungry.
That wasn't a 9. But it knew you. Very well. I don't know what that was.